Woohoo!
Yeah. I think Shay should intro it.
Yes, the boys intro it. Yep.
No. Shay, you can. I'm not doing it.
Well, the cat's out of the bag. We've got some guests on.
Yep. And they're going to introduce themselves. All right, guys. Hello. Welcome to episode 2 of Suddenly Twenties. We have a very exciting episode today. We have brought our boyfriends on. We are doing a drunk chat, say it or shot it, just to get things juicy in the very beginning of the podcast. So welcome to the show, boys. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Sammy Dubs.
Just Shay.
Not Shay.
Not
Scullers.
Shay.
Otherwise known
AKA
as Scullers.
AKA
Shuffle.
Dennis.
Oh yeah, we'll discuss that later. You'll hopefully won't meet Dennis. We'll describe him for you. But
Yeah.
all right, well yeah, we're gonna do this is more like a fun episode. It's a mood category. And so we've got the boys on and we're gonna literally do a say it or shot it, get to know a bit about them. We'll be talking about them a lot in all of our episodes, I guess. So
Yes.
You'll see who they are.
Yes. Go check out our YouTube channel if you want to see how hot our boyfriends are, by the way. Cringes already.
Shay can't even deal. Okay, well, we've got vodka. What are you guys shotting?
I've got tequila and Alizé.
You guys have a chaser?
Alcoholic.
Yeah, you have a
chasers.
beer. Well, I literally just drove to Macca's and got Coke because I have no chasers and I need one. So I feel like, I don't know about your parents, but my parents will definitely listen to this when I release this, and I feel like this is not the episode that they should listen to. So I'm just going to put it out there, parents, if you're listening, can you just stop, because you're not going to want to know half the things we're saying in this.
Yeah.
How bad are the questions?
Oh.
You'll just have to wait and see. It's very juicy. It's like get to know the real you.
I'm reading Sharna's notes and it's literally just roasting Shay the whole time, I think.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
I think
only
we should
way.
intro how we all met. How did you guys first meet?
it begins with the boys. Yeah.
Why does it begin with the boys?
That's how you guys knew each other first.
Oh, right.
Okay, how did you and Shay become friends?
I can't even really remember, I swear it was from the jumping pool at Sizak,
Yeah. I legit have the worst memory of my childhood.
Yeah, Shay doesn't remember anything, so.
If anything,
I don't really know.
the jumping
Just friends. Just friends of friends. Pretty much probably Dean and Connor, to be honest.
So, mutual friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you guys went to different schools.
Yeah, I went to the same school as Dean, and Dean was childhood friends with Connor, and Connor went to the same school.
And then
Sam.
Yeah. I feel like your friendship group all merged into one at the end of school, so
pretty
now
much.
you're all friends. Well, that's how you guys became friends. And then how did Steph come into the picture?
I actually, so I knew Sam because I went to school with Sam, but we'll get into how Sam and I met a bit later, I suppose. But Shay and I became friends over the Pridres roast and Bachelor. It was when Shay kept pulling out blanks on the Bachelor bets that we do. We'd all put in $20 and you'd have to pull out a name, and whoever you got, you'd want to win because you'd get $200, and Shay would pull out the spare blanks every time.
There was too many people for the amount of contestants, so we had to put in blank cards, and I think we all drew 3, and I drew a shit person who was never going to make it and 2 blanks, so I just gave away my $20 instantly.
Come on. I'm gonna get it on and say it. This is so shit.
So is that when you first met Shay, Steph?
Pretty much, yeah.
Probably.
And then we went out one time and he taught me how to play blackjack or something at the casino.
How that you don't even know now.
Yeah, I think you don't even know how to play it properly.
No, I don't.
Oh.
Oh, That was the first time I ever went to the casino. And then, yeah, I suppose I started dating Sam, got closer with Shay, and Sharna
And then
came
I moved
into the
down.
picture. Yeah.
I moved down, yeah. Because I remember like talking to you and you were always going over for those batch nights. And it wasn't long till I was moving down. Fun.
Yeah. And
Little
I guess,
backstory.
Sharna, you and me became friends because of The Bachelor too, I feel. That's how we really sparked it. I was thinking from the first episode, it was all the batch times we'd come over.
Yeah, and we did that up to like last year. And we were the only ones that stuck it through. Last year it was literally the four of us that were watching The Bachelor.
I know. Loyal
went from,
fans,
like-
The Bachelorette's starting
Yeah.
soon.
Went from like a group of 12 people probably, and then down to us four. Yes.
Well, do you guys want to talk about how you met? What's your story?
How Shay and I met. Oh, okay. Shay probably doesn't even remember. Look at his face. He's like shitting it, thinking like he's going to be asked like a question. So we had mutual friends. Shay's guys' friends were like, I was kind of friends with them as well out of school. And it's actually funny that we didn't meet each other earlier because of that reason, but we pretty much started talking from a like for an inbox on Facebook. So we were 17. So it was like that phase where you need to post a like for an inbox. Anyway, yeah, I liked it and then we got talking. But even before that, I think we only saw each other like 3 times at parties and we didn't talk to each other. Like we saw each other, but like we didn't even talk. And then, yeah, we started talking on Facebook. And then you went away for a bit and we just kept talking. And then eventually you came back and we started hanging out and then we pretty much started dating. So that was back in 2015. We were 17. So I was in year 11.
Oh, my God.
Not 2015.
Yeah, I graduated in 2016. So it was 2015.
He's like, what have I done?
So yeah, lol, that's so funny. Like that good old like for an inbox did him well.
Throwback to that.
Yeah, so that's how long it's been. That's,
I love it.
Yeah.
That's my memory of it.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, eh?
Shay's like, I don't remember half of that. But yeah, so Shay and I have been dating for 5 years in February. We dated for a year and then Shay moved away, so we didn't date for a while. And then we did long distance for a year. And then now we've been dating for another 2, actually living together. So 5 years dating. Yes.
It's a long
Shit's
time,
getting
eh?
serious.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Tell us your story. Tell us the goss.
Tell them the gossip, Steph. Come on.
It's up to you. I want to
No,
hear
you
Sam. No, Sam has to share. We'll test his memory. Go on. How do we start dating?
It's all right,
Do it
Sam.
in more than one sentence.
If you listen to our first episode, I screw up how Steph and I first met. I literally started talking about it and she's like, that was 6 months before that. I like got it completely wrong.
Sam's used to me doing that.
Mm.
I'm like, you got that wrong. You were wearing the blue shirt on that day at 5:25 p.m.
Yeah.
I literally can't remember yesterday.
No. We met because we were going to Europe and we weren't dating at the time. And then, I don't know, just like, yeah, in all the events before we went to Europe, I don't know, we just grew closer and stuff like that. So now we're dating.
I love listening to
So
guys'
that's the whole
views
story.
on everything.
Yeah, we're to the point. We're not on this day doing the Arvo, blue shirt.
But
We
you've got to
remember
paint a
all those
picture,
details.
guys. The listeners don't know and they need to actually imagine. You
I've
know?
decided everything I did up until 18 years old actually didn't count.
Yeah,
That's how it
I'm
works in the
legit-
criminal justice system.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
I'm legit 5 years old. Pretty much. Everything
I
else
love
doesn't
it.
count.
So you guys were going on a Europe trip and what you were talking then, and then you started dating
Yeah,
over there?
you finish the story.
All right, I'll finish the story. So it all started in 2013, July the 10th.
13.
13.
Yeah, 2013. I walk into chemistry.
Oh,
Our first
she's going
class
way
together.
back.
Yeah, that's how we met.
That's when
because we went.
That's
to high
when you
school
and
together.
Ilya said she was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah, and so pretty much we were in the same tutor room, which is like a homeroom for anyone that didn't go to Radford. And we were just in the same friendship group, also often hanging out with like Shay's friends and stuff. We were two different school groups and then eventually merged into one, I suppose, one very large friendship group. And then it split off and people started traveling in like smaller groups. And Sam and I were in one of those smaller groups that we had gone to Bali the year before with 12 people. And then we planned a trip to Europe with 6 people. And, you know,
So you started out as friends first.
Yeah, like a good, how many years is that? 2013 to 2018. 5. 5?
Yeah, that's
Yep. You can tell a story, but you can't do maths.
Yeah. I remember years, but I can't tell you how many there are between them. Yeah, so that's how we started dating. Sam was whipped.
Sam got whipped. And then didn't you like,
Steph was
when
whipped.
did you ask her out? Wasn't there like something, did you ask her out in Europe or?
It was at Morgan's 21st.
Oh God, Steph, that's not correct.
Around that time, anyway.
The best part is if anyone goes and watches my like boyfriend Q&A on my YouTube channel, Sam couldn't remember when he first told me that he loved me. And everyone's like messaged me since then being like, I love how you didn't even put the answer in there. And
Yes, I
it's
noticed
because
that.
he literally just repeats it and thinks it's still at Morgan's.
Shay's sitting here going, I can't remember that either. Don't worry. We'll get in. We'll ask him that question later.
Boys.
It's because it didn't count because he wasn't 18 yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wait, so did you say no? Was it Morgan's 21st at a party or?
He essentially, Sam and I were having a sleepover, like, you know, and he said to me, oh, like I was asking Liam, this is funny. Do you want to shot it instead of me sharing the story?
I don't know what story.
We're not
it is.
into the shotting questions yet. This is all the spilling the tea.
Yeah.
Spilling all
Stop
the tea
spilling
first.
the bloody
On
facts.
the Friday, right?
Just tell them when it was.
He tells me,
That was
he
the
goes,
question.
hey, he goes, you know, I was at the gym with Liam today and I was talking to him about something and then was like, do you want to know what it was? And I was like, sure. And he goes, I was asking whether people still ask girls out. And that was the way he like asked me out. And then I kind of said no because I was scared.
Don't remember that, eh?
At least Shay actually asks you out. Sam actually asked you out. I nearly picked that up.
The fuck, Shay?
Shane didn't even ask me out, I swear. He's the type that's like, if you're hanging out 24/7, if you're talking every day, you're dating. Which I agree, you're dating, but you need to make it properly official. Like, I could still say no to a relationship. I could date you, but a relationship's different. But he's like, what, we're dating, so our anniversary.
I was in Shay's boat.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. And then Sam said that, and I was like, oh shit, I need to make a decision. Freaked me out a little bit, but then we had a huge D&M like 2 days later, and I was like, yeah,
okay.
You can be
maybe.
Wait, are we allowed to swear?
Yeah, we're swearing. Fuck shit, fuck.
Yeah, cool. Just making sure.
Bitch ass fuck.
Well,
yeah.
What were your first thoughts on each other? This is what I want to know. Like, you guys knew each other for so long. That's probably a bit hard to remember then. Actually, Sam's already out of the bag. Like, you thought she was hot in science. So, but like Shay and I were like, we didn't know each other at all.
We were just friends, I guess.
I mean,
like, not really like good friends kind of thing, but like just knew each other kind of friends.
The hard truth is that Sam actually thought I was like anal.
High maintenance.
Yeah.
But you still are, but
in Paris, 3 months into our relationship in Paris, we have this date and he goes, you know, I thought you were going to be high maintenance and I just love how easy you are. And now he's like, what the fuck?
yeah, I just say that.
I told him.
That is so. Your first impression of Steph was that she would be high maintenance.
No, that was what I grew to learn over the time of knowing her as a friend.
Well, what was yours, Steph?
I
was a massive stud.
I actually thought he was the biggest fuckboy, like seedy and a fuckboy. Like
Seedy, oi.
yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, that was and he's nothing like that.
Seedy, come
But
on.
I thought that. I was like, I don't know.
What was
I just
seedy
thought you
about
were a
him?
Flirt, like
Elaborate.
the biggest flirt.
That doesn't make you seedy. Seedy's like when you're like
but when
creepy.
you're a girl and you don't want to be flirted with, you feel uncomfortable.
Wow.
Seedy to me is like someone that like looks gross in a way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seedy,
what I
like
Okay, that's not what I mean.
like you have it like when people say you have a seedy mo. Like Shay is a seedy mo.
Oh, that
quality.
is not what I meant
It's
at all. Okay.
Yeah, it's a funny way to say quality.
Yeah, I just thought he was the biggest flirt.
He's
I don't know.
proud.
What were your first thoughts of each other?
I remember, well, my first thought when I saw Shay, so as I said, I saw him at like a couple of parties before we ever spoke. Like, and I remember like him walking in and being like, "Ooh, damn." That was about it. And then we didn't even talk at that party. Like, we literally we didn't speak, like, at all.
Nah, no parties we went to, we spoke, I don't think.
When, like, at those parties, did you,
No.
you wouldn't have, yeah, he was
Nah.
that blind. He wouldn't
Too
have,
blind.
he wouldn't have even seen me. Well, what was your
Wow.
first impression? Like, when would have been the first time you saw me? You can't remember.
Can't
Shay will
remember.
not remember. Well, so what was your first impression? Like, what did?
Oh.
No, I remember you saying, "Oh, this kind of hurts to say. Like, I really just don't like it." He.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. He said, I don't know when I asked. It was like a year into the relationship, I swear, and I was like, "What was your first thought?" This is just coming back to me now.
Better on Insta.
He was no, you didn't say better. Calm down. That's, he
Oh.
said you. No, what did you say?
I think I said you.
You didn't say better.
You
You
look
said
different on
you look
Instagram.
you look different. No, you and your photos look different, and I was like, that's fucked. Like, I was just so confused because I was like, I don't like. All I do is put a filter on my photos. Like, I don't like wear so much makeup like on Instagram or anything. Like back then, I was
Yeah.
surfing like every day. So I was like, how do I look any different to my Instagram? Like, this is so weird.
In my defense, I feel like it's like you see that, like I see you for the first time over a photo. It's not you
Yeah.
in real life.
I guess like photos and the actual person in real life, there is a difference. But just the way he said it, like you were different to Instagram, I was like,
Yeah, I worded it.
Oh
so
my
right.
God.
I was like, holy crap. But that's Shay in a nutshell, like wording everything so bad. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
so, but that's what he said to me. So
I feel like it's
Love
like
that.
when you go to a new place, and when you go to a new place, you see it differently to when you've gone to it multiple times.
yeah, I get what you mean.
Like, like a
Are
good
you just saying that
analogy
you
for it
see
would be
Sharna
like
differently?
An unfinished painting. Nah, nah, not at all. I just saw like the start of a painting. I didn't see the end of a painting. Sort
Oh,
of
that's
thing. You know what
cute.
I mean? Like,
Oh.
I get what you're
Cute.
saying. You're
I
not
didn't
that,
get
yeah.
all the details and everything. I just saw something.
You just saw a little sneak peek,
Thanks,
and now you
guys.
have the whole picture.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. I
But
love
like,
it.
oh my gosh,
That's so
imagine someone saying that
romantic.
to you. All right, well now that we have our drinks,
Yum.
I think Sam should answer. This is still, we're not in the shotting it yet. You might be in the doghouse after this, but you should know after that.
Wow.
After you guys filmed the YouTube video. But
Yeah.
who said I love you first?
Me.
Oh, how'd you say it? I don't know this, do I?
I don't even know. I can't remember. I thought I said it at Morgan's party, but he said I didn't. Nah, I'm doing a shot.
You remember? What? Sam
It's just
wants
probably
to get
cringe.
drunk.
You know how you have to be a bit cringe sometimes? It's probably just cringe.
Yeah,
So
fuck
we
being
can't share.
cringe.
Well, the
Okay.
funny thing
Yeah,
is,
Shay isn't cringe, but
wait, Steph, do you remember?
Yeah, I remember, but I guess Sam shotted, so it's a
Yeah.
secret that no one will ever know.
Well, I'm just gonna leak
you'll
ours
never
because
know.
I don't even know what you think. about it, but
Don't remember.
I remember messaging Shay. I remember this is just typical boys don't remember anything. I was messaging Shay and we were still like in like the dating phase, so I don't think we were official yet. But I remember texting him saying, "Ha ha ha, love ya," like actually like love ya, because I didn't want it to be like I love you. It's more in a context of being like, "Ha, you're funny," like God love ya kind of thing. That sounds so vogue. Oh my god. Anyway, I did that, and then his friend said to me a few days later that Shay had told him that I said I love you, and I was like, oh my god, like I actually didn't, like I actually didn't mean it in that way. I don't know if you remember that even.
I don't remember.
So what do you remember anything about the I love you?
No, I couldn't.
You're so bad. So bad.
I couldn't tell you. No, I couldn't tell you at all. Ever.
Ever.
He didn't remember it the day after.
No.
This is literally the definition of like a girl and a boy. Like, you guys are so different.
Why do I need to remember something like that? I need to save room for more important things. You know what I mean?
I don't think there's so much space in there.
All right. Let's get into the say it or shot it questions. This is where it'll get a bit more juicy, I guess.
I'm gonna get that drunk.
Rip in.
You gotta
All right.
spill
Do
some
you want me
tea.
to ask the first question?
Go for it, Steph.
Okay, guys. Question number 1 of our Say It or Shot It is our most embarrassing story. Shay, do you want to go first?
Well,
I've done some freaking cringy things in my life.
I don't know what you're gonna say. Like, I'm worried. Like,
Well,
be careful. Please.
That's how bad it is.
Think before you say.
Well, the fact that I had an eyebrow piercing in year 8 is fucking enough.
Enough.
That is enough.
It wasn't even like a cool one either. I had like pink dye and fucking like pink
Oh, the
cones and
dyes.
shit. They suck.
Oh, the like squishy ones.
Yeah. What else? I've done infinite amount of embarrassing things.
We need to post like a photo on like our Instagram of Shay with his eyebrow piercing.
When I was in year 6,
All
I
right,
did hip hop
let's do it.
dance lessons. How about that one? Have you guys heard that one?
I rate that.
I did hip hop dance lessons, and it was me and 3 other dudes, and we ended up doing a performance at like in front of like all the parents and everything, and like there were all these other classes, and they were so good, like ballet and all that. And
Did
they
you
all
do ballet?
No, I never did ballet.
Oh.
Anyways, so they all had like really long dances and all that, and then me and the 3 boys rock out with fedoras on.
Yuck!
we do
I
a
hate
30-second dance, and then that's it. And it's on film somewhere. And
Yeah, because you know how they record like the whole dance concert and then they like sell it at the end for you to take home. So
I'd
someone
pay good
has
money for that, eh?
someone
If
literally
we
has
find
this
that,
of Shay.
we're putting it on the YouTube video.
Yeah. And what was your dance school?
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Classic. Oh, I need to find that. I need to. That's so
I
good.
know where you could find it, but I'm not saying, so cool.
Oh, well, would you
Well,
say that's like some of your embarrassing things? But that's like childhood stuff.
Oh, but then again, it doesn't count because it was when I was under 18.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
What's your
no.
over 18 one?
I feel like
Fuck.
your embarrassing ones are like
when I'm blind, really.
when you're blind. So Shay,
Yeah.
so
I'm
Shay
so
gets
That's not
so
Shay, though.
yeah,
Oh, it's
Dennis. Dennis is his what is it?
alter ego.
Alter ego. So you won't see Dennis anymore because he doesn't make an appearance.
As
But
He's a prick. He's a
he-
prick.
gets so blind.
I
and he's-
hate him.
Yeah, he just, I don't even know how you would describe him. Like, just, it's like Shay in the moment, like Dennis, thinks he's so funny, doing annoying things, but he's just so annoying.
Oh.
Can't speak,
Oh.
can't walk, like, can't do anything. Anyway, that's who he turns into. But when, so,
I haven't in a while.
yeah, he hasn't since moving up to the Gold Coast.
Yeah, I've been fucking blind, but Dennis hasn't come out.
Yeah, so I feel like this is your adult embarrassing thing is that you don't like, you I wouldn't say pee yourself when you're drunk, but like, so Shay pees. You guys know this story. Shay pees like he doesn't know where the toilet is when he's drunk. So Shay will go to sleep when he's drunk, and then he'll wake up in the middle of the night.
No, I'm not even awake. I'm asleep.
He's sleepwalking. Apparently, he doesn't remember any of it. And he'll wake up and he'll just like sleepwalk and just pee wherever he finds, pretty much. And he still does it. Like, even to this day, when he's drunk, he'll do it. Like, I now just, as soon as he moves in bed when he's drunk, I'm awake and I'm like fighting him to like go to the toilet. But anyway, the funniest one, when we were first started dating, it was your 18th, I'm pretty sure. So it was like, 4 months into like us dating. He gets absolutely blind, comes home, and I wake up and he's like in the corner, like, and he's like, looks like he's peeing. And at this point I was like, I can't do anything because if I like wake him up, he's going to be so embarrassed, like, because he's peeing in the corner of like my parents' house, like next to the TV on the carpet, like just standing in the corner peeing. I'm not even kidding. And then I was like, holy shit, like embarrassed for him, but I was like, whatever, maybe that's not what he did. Maybe, I don't know. And then he went back to sleep and then got up again. And there's like a big window. And anyway, the curtains are closed. And I just start hearing it again. Like, literally it sounded like it was raining. And I was like, no, like, what is going on? Like, we've literally only been dating for like 4 months probably. And I was like, I can't stop him. Like, I didn't want to embarrass him. I don't know why I thought that. But
yeah, I can't believe you were thinking about him. If he was pissing at my parents' house, I'd help him.
And so
it's only her mum's house, though. I swear, I've only ever pissed at her mum's house.
No,
I've never pissed. It's stopped me from other places, but I've only
but that was because we didn't know it was a thing back then. Now I'm prepared, but yeah. And so I ended up cleaning it up that night, and I remember telling you, and it was just so weird that we were like, that's so weird, didn't know anything. Then it happens again. We were like on holidays, and we were living in Canberra, so we went back to Coffs, back at my parents' place. First night, I was like, oh, just don't get too drunk, because at this point, Dennis would make an appearance every friggin' time he'd go out. He went out, come home, he was so blind. He wakes up, and we had all our like suitcases and stuff in the same room. He gets up, all my shit's still in the suitcase, and he stands up, kneels over it, and just pisses in my suitcase.
Full of clothes.
Full of clothes, full of everything.
No, not full of clothes.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
I was so angry, like, because I'd already said don't get too drunk, and then he like literally pissed on all my shit on the first night. Like, he could have went anywhere. Like, he could have went back to the same corner, like that same corner, but it was like the suitcase in the middle of the floor. And and it's funny because in the moment I'll be like, Shay, like, what are you doing? And he'll just be like, what? I'm on the toilet. And like, and I'm like, no, you're not. Anyway, he's done it so many times.
By
did
so
it again.
many, she means like 5 times.
No, that's a lot. Did it again. He rolled over. We were in a different room, still at like my parents' place. Rolled over and did like, what is it? Like, he rolled, the bed was on the floor, and he rolled out, like, didn't stand up or anything, like, just rolled onto the side, onto one knee, started peeing again. And I was like, fuck this. Like, this is not going to be a reoccurrence thing. But apparently it is, and now, like, I'm constantly chasing him to get him, like, to go to the, like, toilet and not the laundry. Like, so that funny. Is literally my life, is pulling him into the bathroom, like, with all my strength, because he's so certain that he's on the toilet. Like, just so certain. I'm going to have to film it one time just so, like he can see, because he has no idea. He doesn't remember anything. He's asleep, apparently.
That's so funny.
So, that's just, like,
well, like,
one thing.
I used to sleepwalk when I was a kid, and I would only sleepwalk and pee somewhere, actually.
Like,
so it's a thing.
In the
It's
toilet,
a sleepwalking thing. No. Actually, I don't know
So
why I've
you
never
do it
shared that
too?
before. Actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I was caught peeing in the bathtub or the kitchen bin one time.
That's better than a suitcase full of clothes, to be fair.
Yeah, like
But
Shay's...
it's more effort for her. I feel like she has to like squat over the bin. You know what I mean?
Okay, firstly, I would have been like 8. The last time I sleptwalked, I remember, I think I would have been 16, and Mum said I was standing at the top of the stairs laughing.
That's so
not even
creepy,
funny.
Steph.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'd throw something at
But
you.
usually she'd get used to it like you, Sharna, and she'd just take me to the toilet, like guide me there, and then take me back to bed, and it'd be fine.
What was Tracy's story about Liam doing something? So I think Tracy had been away for a while, and Liam, this is like when we were younger, and
It was Connor, wasn't it?
These are, like,
I think it was
outright.
Connor actually.
Yeah, it was
And
Connor.
so Connor obviously was like missing Trace. When she came back one night or like one morning,
I
he was
don't
just
know
standing
what's
at the
about
end
to
of
be
her
said.
bed, looking at her like this.
What, just standing
I
at
would
the end of
shit
her
my
bed?
pants if I saw that. Yeah, he was just standing at the end of the bed, like looking at her like this. I would literally be shitting myself.
I would shit myself.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the story where like she comes home from like India or wherever she came home from.
I know,
And
yeah.
like,
this-
and then she went to like say hello to her, and like he literally grabs her by the throat, like his own mom.
Oh god, that's
That's-
so funny.
Wait, why? Because he was sleepwalking?
Well,
Or just
because she was overseas, and then she came home late at night or whatever,
Oh,
and he
this
was
is-
asleep, and like she went to go give him a kiss or whatever, and he just fucking woke up and started strangling her.
That's...
Oh my god, that's so
Oh,
funny.
shout out to Liam, Connor, and Tracy Priddle. Thanks for the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Sharna, what's your most embarrassing story?
I always get asked this, and I don't have something on the top of my head to actually. I feel like little embarrassing things happen, and then I like try to erase it from my memory straight away. Like, can you think of one, Steph? Because as soon as this episode will finish, I'll remember something. But nothing nothing stands out in my head, which is kind of.
I'm pretty sure I pissed the bed one time, didn't I? When I was drunk, I just pissed the bed. No.
Sam and I
Don't.
both have to shot.
This one isn't dirty or anything, but I was walking along the beach in the middle of summer. I was bodyboarding. And then, so like at South, the waves were massive. They were like probably, I don't know, 4 foot. And I was like, I was in flippers, and I was like a fair way down the beach, and I didn't want to take them off because they were real tight. And so I just started running along the beach like with my flippers on. And in front of it was like packed South Browley, middle of summer. I just eat shit in front of everyone, and I was just like, fuck. I just lay on the ground for a bit, and I was like, fuck.
I feel like everyone
took them
like
off and just kept running.
watches when people are in flippers too, because you just are waiting for them to fall. So the fact that you did is
it's
just
inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck,
That's
I know
sad.
I'm gonna think of something about like I feel like I'm saying to myself all the time, "That's so embarrassing, Sharna. That's so embarrassing." But I just can never remember what it is because I'm just like I have to get rid of that out of my brain.
I literally relive my embarrassing moments, and there's something about me. I have the worst, like, just without a doubt. Sorry, without a doubt, the worst embarrassing moments, like, of anyone. Honestly, I have to shot that because there's no way I can share.
I don't know what one of these.
Let's
the one
just
in
say-
the black tights.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
in Japan, in Kyoto, in Osaka when we got.
Sam's
to
like
Osaka.
I don't remember.
No, I don't remember. Eh? Oh, I know. Yeah.
Let's just say that having IBS sucks. Can I have a shot?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, now I remember.
Oh, what were you
Nah,
thinking of?
that
You
was
go,
funny.
That's
You
so
want a
funny.
shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna shot that.
Wow.
Only a tiny bit though. I'm already.
Oh, bitch.
Ah! Stop.
Give her vodka.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's tequila. Tequila.
Here's to no one on YouTube or our podcast ever knowing my most embarrassing story because it's not even that. Not gonna lie, it gets so much worse. My friend goes,
Steph, this better live up to the
That's just not even, I'm not
She's
sure
like-
I'm going to laugh.
No, she's like, do I smell shit?
No,
Wait,
you
you did?
You shit yourself all the time, mate.
I legit shut myself
Accident.
last weekend. Well, that doesn't even matter.
Oh my god.
I was legit,
That didn't count.
dude, I was legit vomiting over the bowl from like 5 till 10 o'clock. And I was dry heaving so much that I farted and shat myself. Yeah.
Shut myself.
You know what I mean? Like, it fucking happens.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Well, okay, sticking along that story, when was the most, like, the time you were the most drunk? I feel like, oh, Shay's is like,
I've got infinite amount of
Forever.
embarrassing stories, but I just
Same.
don't care.
so
Yeah.
if Shay's other name he goes along with is Scullers.
Oh,
Shay can skull, like, really good.
really?
Really good.
Really?
No, if you want to see, look him up on. He's a TikToker. He's like TikTok famous for sculling.
No, I'm not.
Sorry, I just knew you were
No.
gonna cringe at that I had to like say you're TikTok famous.
God, no.
Have a look on. Or can you do like a skull for YouTube?
It's a
Wait,
lot
just
of effort. I can be fucked.
look up
Just look him up.
skullers on TikTok.
I'll edit one of your videos on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you guys can all see, but yeah, yeah, you're drunk all the time, and his name's Dennis. So,
Yeah.
well, what happened last weekend at the?
Last
At the footy.
weekend I was hanging out with like a new group of boys that I'm going to be playing rugby with, and like one of the blokes knows that I can scull beers there, so he was like trying to like show all of the other boys that were there, and I ended up just like I was at the rugby, and every time I sculled a beer I stood up and it like sculled a beer, and every robe kept getting bigger and bigger, so every time I stood up to scull a beer, like it got like there was a huge crowd like chanting and shit. And I ended up sculling like 6 beers in a row.
Oh.
And on the 6th one, it went back. I snapped it back to skull it, and then it just went all out in front of me, and I vomited over like this family and like these small children.
No.
In front of me.
Oh no.
Oh,
And
no.
then I went home early. I called it quits.
And then
Oh
he was
my
Fair
god. So you
dying
actually
the
puked
next
on
day.
them.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember because I was pretty drunk. But
Apparently, he like as soon as he sculled it, it came straight back up and he spewed back into the cup, and it overflowed into like the people in front.
I was like, surely
so
it
it
was
wasn't
just
chunks
back.
of food.
Yeah, I was like, surely it was just backwashed, and they're like, nah, I saw your meat pie in there as well.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Yuck.
No, thank you. No.
Yeah, I don't know. It fucking there's infinite amount of stories of me being way too blind. Like the sculling thing is a blessing and a curse. I feel like.
Yeah.
I think it's like more of a curse than a blessing.
Yeah, 100%.
It looks like a blessing to the rest of us, though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a cool
Actually-
party trick, but fuck man.
Yeah.
I get so.
Remember
rinsed.
when I was said all the boys used to scull half a bottle of Jaeger before we went to Civic,
Yeah.
and I did it one time, and I was like, couldn't handle it. I was like so drunk, and I
well-
felt.
That's how I learned how to scull from doing that with you boys.
Oh right, yeah, right.
Because-
Oh.
Because for people listening, we did the opposite of how you're meant to do a Jaeger bomb. So, like,
Yeah,
a shot of Jaeger and then the rest Red Bull. We did a shot of Red Bull and the rest Jaeger
Yeah,
because we're fucking
pretty
idiots.
much.
And
Yeah,
I hated it so much that I just kept doing it and get quicker and quicker. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
kept knocking them back. But
Yeah.
I've done half a bottle once. First time Sharna came down to visit Canberra, I did a half bottle like by myself within like an hour and a half. Like it was the shortest amount of time. And
He didn't even make it out.
we called the cab to go out, and I just started singing "Cat in the Hat" in the car, and everyone knew that I was
This
done.
isn't even when I like moved down. This was when I was visiting, and
Oh.
I literally went out with 3 of Shay's friends because Shay didn't make it out. Like he was vomiting, and I just literally stayed out with 3 friends that I met for the first time.
Yeah.
That was a fun night. Though.
Oh.
It is what it is.
Honestly, my most drunk moment, I have 2. One Sam needs to share, but the other one is because young underage me sculled half a bottle of Jaeger in like
You
2
did
hours.
not.
I did.
You did not.
I was so sick. I've never been so sick. I was very emotional. I was going through a rough time, and I was trying to numb the pain. And honestly, I just did it because I was like, fuck it. And then I was straight up vomiting. Like, I remember when my friend tried to sneak me in past her parents, and I was like holding onto the wall trying to get to her bed. And I truly was vomiting for 3 days straight. Like, absolutely.
Yeah, fucked up.
And that's why I would nener do a Jaeger bomb ever again. Sorry,
I've never
Connor.
done one either. The story I was saying before, though, I did half a bottle of Jaeger, and I was being a fuckwit, and I like dove in some bush, and then Shay pissed on my leg before I went to sleep.
I did not. It was actually pretty.
You did. It was both of you. You both pissed on my leg. I've got the video.
How do you have time to do that? Were you just lying
I
in the
was
bush?
like, I don't think you understand how drunk I was. I like dove in this bush, and I was just lying there, and I swallowed a flower, and I was like choking, and then
Swallowed a
just
flower.
pissing on my leg.
Sam, do you want to share the Florence story?
What? That wasn't
Oh,
that bad. You were just
knocking.
naked and just
The knocking.
walking around on
I
the
feel
floor.
like it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh,
So-
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Forgot
Sam
about that.
doesn't remember it, but essentially we had a night in Florence when we were traveling Europe. So we were like only a few months, like literally 2 months into our relationship. And I go out with Sam, Morgan, and Harry. So it's just the four of us. And we get to this bar. We've already had like dinner. So I had gnocchi for dinner, guys, and we confirmed it later on that night. But honestly, we'd had like several drinks then. We got to the bar and we started doing shots, rounds of shots, and you would choose like toothy blowjob, and we'd have to try and guess between
Guess
us
what's
like
in
what
it.
was in
Yeah.
it. And like Harry's still buying the wines and the drinks, and we were so drunk, and
Oh.
I had like 8 shots with the boys or even more.
She was keeping up with us, and we were like,
Wow.
I was like on the verge of being too belted. Like I was okay, but I was like on the verge, and so Steph would have been.
None of us. I was
I think
truly
we
one
had,
of the
like-
boys that
I think
night.
we had like 9 shots and like probably 4 or 5 beers in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, we weren't even there for that long. And we get back to the hotel. We're like trying to unlock because the hotel was like this huge apartment, like Italian apartment, but like each room was the hotel room. So the like hallway was still, anyway, I don't know how to explain it, but we're trying to unlock the front door, and this lady starts yelling at us in Italian, and Sam decides to go, suck my cock. And we like actually died, and we finally got in. And then by the time we got into the room, like we didn't even talk to Morgan or Harry, they just ran away. By the time Sam had unlocked the door to our room, apparently I was just lying there naked on the floor, like
Yeah.
I just stripped naked,
Yeah.
like in the hallway, and I was just like so drunk. And then I started vomiting,
And it was gnocchi.
and then Sam was like, oh god, I'm gonna be sick, so I moved to the what's
She
it
used
called,
to
the bidet.
Yeah, the bidet thing, and then so she was vomiting in something that like you couldn't flush down the thing, so I had to
Like
flush it down.
actual, I did not chew my gnocchi that night.
The gnocchi pieces were like as if you got them out of the packet. Like she had hoovered them. I'm not really
Pack
kidding.
it. Oh, that's
It was
so
so
gross.
funny. But the worst part is that I was fully butt naked.
Yeah, fully
Vomit-
butt naked, vomiting in the bidet, which made it 100
The
times
bidet.
worse. rather
That
than-
is
Sam had to
so
like
funny.
scoop it up. We woke up in the morning and there was vomit all over the hotel bed too.
Yeah,
We
and then
just
she
went in
vomited
there.
in a Macca's bin the next morning. As well.
Yeah. We had to go to
That's so
the
bad.
Leaning Tower of Pisa. It was not a day to do a day trip.
Was that day? Was it?
Yeah, and we're at the freaking train station and I'm just puking in one of the bins.
I don't know if my like most drunk is like if I wasn't. It's more of like my most like fucked hangover / alcohol poisoning.
true.
like I don't know, like
You don't
Usually
literally.
the next day. Hey.
Yeah, like I'm not like I don't get slaughtered like you guys. Like so this was like hectic for me. So I didn't even get drunk with anyone. It was literally at your house, Steph, when everyone was over to watch the
Oh.
football, and I just got
I was
drunk off
literally
red
going to say
wine.
that.
And
I was going to say that.
I
was that
remember
lit.
Shay coming up to me. So I always get the most drunk when I'm not planning to get drunk. Like
And I'm not
What-
drinking.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
when Shay's not drinking. So that's my
Yeah.
main reason. My main reason is that like I don't even get that drunk
You
because I
don't
have to look after him.
Yeah.
So he wasn't drinking, and he came up to me midnight, like during the night, and was like, "Oh, you haven't even finished that drink or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I have." And I started like downing this red wine all of a sudden it hits me and no one is even drinking. Like they're just like casually drinking, watching the football.
Literally
I'm
none
there
of us.
drunk off red wine. And we start playing games. I remember some of it, but we started playing games. Anyway, I'm acting like a bloody lunatic. And then I was just so sick. I remember it was like midnight. Everyone was leaving. And I was like, I can't move off this couch. Like, I'll vomit. And then the whole night, I was like, I reckon I was up like, because I stayed on your couch, Stephanie. You guys went to bed downstairs.
Yeah.
And I reckon every like half an hour, 20 minutes, I was getting up to vomit. And your cat, like, I don't like I'm a dog person. I'm like not a cat person. Anyway, this whole night, like I was half sleeping, trying to keep my eyes open, and I was watching your cat like walk around. And I was finally at a point where I was like so low that I was like, oh, I'll pat you. And it started attacking me, and I'm there like vomiting / feeling like shit.
Oh, that
and
cat.
and then anyway, I'm up vomiting literally all night. Like, I woke up in your toilet. I don't know how that happened. I woke up in your downstairs toilet, which is so weird because it's so far away from where I was. And I was going to your parents' toilet the whole night. And then it ended up getting to 6 a.m., but I was still vomiting.
You said
the next day.
You were fine. Like, you said you definitely didn't feel drunk.
I didn't feel drunk. That's what I mean. It wasn't the drunk part. It was like the sick part. Like, I was sick from like midnight to like, for like 36 hours, I swear. Like, just vomiting.
Yeah.
That was Shay last weekend, and he literally said, take me to hospital. That's what he was saying. I'm no kidding. He was like, take me to hospital, I'm going to die. But, yeah.
I hate that feeling where you, like, can't move off a couch. Like, I've had that a couple of times where I'm like, if you actually touch me or I move 1 meter, I'm going to vomit. Or I'm going to die. Kind of
that's me
that's
when
the
everyone's
worst
sick.
feeling.
I swear that's me every time I drink. Like, I am the queen of hangovers.
Yeah, you are. But
I'm
that's because you
so
don't eat
bad.
anything and you don't drink any water. So.
Yeah, I remember when I started eating before going out, and I was like, shit, this is nice.
Yeah.
If I don't
actually
drink
helps a
when
lot.
I'm out, I'm like a shell of a human the next day.
Yeah. All right, is everyone ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Keen.
It's not really a question. It's more like not questions. It's more like if you want to tell us your stories. So, well, that's what we've been doing this whole time, really. Do you guys have any embarrassing sex stories? Steph, you're going to shot this.
I only have like 10 or something.
Shay was just going to reveal an embarrassing sex story with not me.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Just
Nah.
All right, go.
Nah. Yeah.
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 Like, that's probably my most embarrassing. Like, I know it's my sister and we're so close, but
Just anyone. That would be so bad.
I just can't. I can't.
All right, I'm doing my shot.
Okay. Oh, I want to hear it.
Oh, tequila is... No.
Did you do it, Sam? Oh my god.
Oh, that was from deep within. That was actually...
From deep within.
Jesus.
All right, you guys shot. So we're on to the next question.
Weirdest place you've had sex?
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
What are they so dirty for?
I don't know.
Maybe I just want to talk about your feelings.
Have you ever walked in on someone having sex? I'll have
Yes,
a shot.
my dad.
I actually have.
my sister. I've walked in on my sister.
Yeah, I've actually never had the privilege.
I've seen my dad go on ham. Good on him.
When?
When I was like...
Legend.
When I was like 13, I was like knocking on the door heads. I was like, Dad, and then he wasn't answering, so I just thought they were asleep and walked in, and I just saw a whole bunch of ass.
Oh my god.
Alright, next question.
All right. Thing you
Rapid fire, go.
hate most about your partner.
Biggest pet peeve is the fact that I swear to fucking God, any girl will relate to this, but I have that many deep chats with Sam, and then he actually forgets them and does exactly the same thing that pissed me off in the first place.
Same. What the actual fuck? Like, so annoying. That's going to be a whole episode, so I'm not even going to get into that. What do I hate? Probably the same thing. Like, I waste my time talking about things to him for him to just do it the next day. Nah, but what I hate. Probably.
I say stuff as well, and you don't listen. Like I'm playing video games. Piss off.
And that's why I'm coming to the Gold Coast alone.
Nah, I don't know what. Probably that. What do you hate about me that I worry too much?
Dude, you worry so much. Like,
But that's because you don't even like think.
I think
I would
just
worry
don't...
about you as well. To be
No, but like every day-to-day things, like, you know what I mean? Like, I could have a cold and she'll be like, "What are your symptoms?" Look, I've straight on the Google, like, fucking.
I can imagine you doing that as well.
Just
Actually, Sharna.
Dr. Google over here. Just
Hey,
you could have some sort of cancer in your anal clicking out or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, full freak.
Okay,
And-
calm down.
And then what else?
Fucking hell.
That gets me. That hurts me.
But
so
I actually hardly ever do Dr. Google, so that wasn't that true.
turn it
I don't, because I make a point to not do it, because it fucks with your head.
up. What else do you do?
Yeah.
Dr. Google is terrible. You
It's
think
so
you're gonna
bad.
die.
I don't know. No,
Sam
That's-
just said that and farted.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shana doesn't really have much
As
apart
well.
from that. Like, that's the only thing.
Yeah, like I get it. I get it. And I think
I feel
are we
like
up?
Sam keeps looking at me like he's got a long list.
Nah,
Oh,
Steph's
yeah,
just
Sam,
high
you haven't
maintenance
went.
sometimes. She's just high maintenance sometimes.
Just like actually genuinely say I would like to use it for constructive criticism.
You'd like to use it against me in the future. That's what you meant to say. Nah, Steph's good.
Good answer.
Well done.
Good answer.
Can you share?
No, you're amazing. Yeah, Steph doesn't cuddle me a lot of the time, actually, when I just want to cuddle.
That's boring. Share something.
You literally just told me to
Steph's
say
like,
that.
be mean.
Can you stop making it seem like I'm controlling you? Like, just share.
Too controlling. Next question.
But this is our fights. Is I'm like, share your opinion, and then he just sits there, and I'm like,
I don't. My head's just black. I have no thoughts.
Don't even worry, Steph. Like, Shay does the same thing. Like, I'll be like, what's your opinion on this? And he'll go, I don't care.
Because I don't care.
It's so bad. Anyway,
Have you heard that story about Liam when I think you'd be better at telling it, but pretty much the girls asked him like what goes on in his head.
oh yeah, and he said,
about something, and he said it's just black.
yeah. That's funny.
Oh my
gosh.
god, that's funny.
That is so funny. Have you ever been in trouble with the police?
Not really. Me and Sammy Dubs.
What the hell?
Oh, nah.
Oh
You have to
yeah, we almost got. Yeah, I don't know if we should share that. but
Nah, we
probably
shouldn't.
Are you shotting?
Yeah, we shot that.
We'll
Shay,
get a
I
shot.
want to see you do an actual shot.
We actually almost got robbed though. That's this.
It's actually full.
Nah, yeah.
Cheers to that.
Me and Shay actually almost got fucking done.
I would just like to preface really quickly mine. I wasn't drinking because I've like been arrested or anything. It was literally just underage drinking, but they almost found us and it was just scary. Well, I just want to ask you something that's fucked. How much do you earn?
That's not even fucked. Give us a detailed description of your vagina.
No, but no one's gonna.
Drink.
Do you just want me to take a shot?
Yeah. No, I want you to not answer a question.
I didn't answer some of them.
Who's your least?
All right.
Wait, what's the question?
I'm just asking Sharna
Sorry,
something.
I'm too drunk,
Sharna,
I
who's
swear.
your least favorite person in Canberra?
Shay.
I mean, if you can answer it, go
Dennis.
for it.
Dennis,
not be
yeah. No, okay, obviously I'm shotting.
Do we want to end it on a positive note by saying something we love about each other and moving around in a circle?
Yeah, well, let's end it with like our favorite memory together. My favorite memory is like just going to the coast with you guys. That was so fun. That makes me sad
That was
because
good.
like obviously this is a long distance podcast, so I'm like I'm missing you guys.
Sharna, my favorite memory of you was when
Oh
was
no.
when I I did something to my face or something, and then I was like, fuck, it hurt my face, and I went cross-eyed, and then you literally you laughed so fucking hard, and fuck, that made me laugh.
Wait, when was that?
I don't know what
That
I did,
was
but
at
I was
Amy
like,
and
fuck,
Tim's
and I was
farewell.
like this.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that. I mean, I vaguely do. That's so funny. That's something I do. I laugh at everything.
I couldn't tell you
That's
one.
literally.
I couldn't tell you like one specific good memory, like off.
It's just the
whatever.
coast. Like, that was
Yeah.
so fun going down
Probably
to the coast.
surfing with you, Dubs, is always a good time, like going down the coast there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah,
tell
that's
you one
good.
with Steph. Nah, I don't know.
Kidding, love-hate relationship. That's
He's
Shay.
like trying to come back from it, but he's like, fuck, I actually don't remember.
No, I literally
Or I was
don't.
18.
I can't think of anything. I just think of like mutual groups. I can't think
Yeah.
of like one specific me and you.
Yeah.
memory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Oh,
what you mean.
I have one when. Sorry, Sam, you weren't there, but I
Wow.
reckon my favorite memory was literally us trying to put those contacts in for Halloween.
That
Like
was
I,
Oh, I was there
so-
for the end of it, but you guys
so
kind of worked
funny.
it out by then.
We took
nah,
Steph and I were trying to get these contacts in for Halloween. We're like, we'll practice. Thank God we practiced. Couldn't get it in for it was like half an hour. And Shay turns around and goes, "Just give them to me. Like, you guys suck. Like, let me do it. I'll show you how to do it." He took literally an hour and a half. We were pissing ourselves. We have it all on film, like of us like literally crying and laughing the whole time. But that
I'm gonna
was
put
so
it in
funny.
the YouTube video.
That
If you
was-
guys hadn't done it before me, I would have given up and said it's not possible.
That was
so thank
so
God
hard.
you
we ended up getting them in for Halloween, thank gosh. But yes, that was a really good memory.
Shittest fucking dress up, by the way.
No, it wasn't. Vampire Diaries.
Dressing up as Vampire Diaries. I wanted to dress up as Emperor Cusco.
Anyways,
I
we
love
could
that.
literally chat forever. We're gonna need to get you guys back on so we can talk more shit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just do these like every 2 months.
Well, that's pretty much a wrap of this second episode.
Yes, thank you,
thank-
everyone.
Yeah, and thank you, boys, for coming on. You guys would never usually do something like this, but you guys are going to be mentioned so much in the podcast that we thought we better like familiarize who you guys are. So,
Yeah, let's hope
And
it
yeah.
doesn't happen very often.
but Shay's the
Follow
most awkward
Scullers on
person.
TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so
And follow Tigers in FFA Cup.
Yeah, we'll link both of them down below.
yeah, you guys won't be able to see them on their social. Are we choosing? I'm
Wait, you
choosing
got
to the
nothing in
camera.
Cheers to my dad,
Yeah, cheers.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Yes, thank you guys so much for listening or watching.
I feel like they were like pretty good. I thought they were going to come on and be really awkward and nervous, but
Yeah,
No,
yeah, I was
actually-
saying that to Sam.
I feel like by the end of it, they forgot it. We were even recording. I was like,
Yeah.
I had to be like, calm down.
Yeah, that was such a like perfect episode to show what they're like
Yeah.
in real life.
But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed listening to that one. That was just a bit more of a fun episode, really.
That's exactly what It's a Mood is.
Yeah.
It's going to be like relaxed, chill, spilling all the tea, that sort of
Exactly.
thing. So that's what we get to look forward to. We've got 3 more episodes on different topics before we get to another It's a Mood category episode.
So our next episode, I feel like we should tell you guys what's coming up.
Yes.
And next category is relationships. So we're going to be getting another guest on. She's one of our friends. And we're going to be talking about toxic friendships.
Yes. Very hot topic, I feel, in your 20s.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. I feel like a lot of friends comes and goes, people change, so everything changes a lot in your 20s to do with friendships. We're going to have like a bit of a discussion and scenario-based questions about what we have all dealt with and what our guests has dealt with. So to give you a bit more of an insight about us too.
Yeah. Yeah. On a very, very important topic. So we'll share, our advice and then, scenarios.
But
Love it. Repeated what you said.
That is so funny. No, that is going to be another juicy episode. So I'm excited. So everyone subscribe to our YouTube. Follow our Instagrams. Keep updated on our Suddenly 20s Instagram as well. We'll have everything coming out on there so you won't miss a thing. We'll have all our question boxes for you to ask us questions so we can talk about them as well, and for upcoming episodes so we know what you guys want to talk about, because that is our main goal.
Yeah, and don't forget we have 4 categories roughly every month. So we've got life, etc., relationships, health and well-being, and it's a mood. So who's excited?
Woo! So get ready for our next category, relationships.